Welcome to this week's edition of Growing Points. I'm your host, Shay Greenswag. As we enter the first week in August, experts are reminding producers that it's time to start paying closer attention to aphid populations in your soybean fields. Numbers are on the rise and farmers are thinking more and more seriously about whether or not insecticide usage is best for their fields. Some have already started spraying hotspots or row edges closest to wooded areas. After the winged adult aphids make their way to soybean fields, they have the potential to produce 15 or more generations, which could cause major yield loss in a short period of time. For the last 14 years, aphids have been the primary soybean pest in Iowa. Although fields should be scouted year-round, August is when they need to be monitored even more closely. The majority of infestations reported this year have been in north-central Iowa, making this week a good time to determine population densities and possible management options if necessary. Bad news for bacon lovers. Declining numbers of pigs resulting from the PED virus significantly raised the price of all pork products, including bacon. Since the outbreak began a year ago, it's spread across 30 states and pushed retail bacon prices up nearly 10% this year. Rates are at their highest point since 1980, averaging at $6.10 a pound. Consumers, however, aren't cutting back anytime soon. Bacon sales in the U.S. rose 11% in the last year and are up 40% from the same time period in 2009 and 2010, making it a $4.2 billion product for the year. Experts are expecting hog slaughter to drop by 10.5% this month as consumers and producers will finally be seeing the effects of the virus losses. The good news is that the cost of bacon is expected to peak yet this month, but prices are already predicted to rise an additional 3 to 4% in 2015. It's officially here. The Iowa State Fair kicks off on August 7th and will run through the 17th. It's come a long way from the first Iowa State Fair, which was held in Fairfield, Iowa on October 25th through the 27th in 1854. I'm also willing to bet that the budget this year is slightly larger than the $323 set aside for the very first one. And how can you talk about the fair without talking about the food? This year boasts many new choices, with 7 of them being on a stick, of course. New items include everything from funnel cake sticks to caprese salad on a stick to chocolate-covered chunky bacon maple nougat on a stick. Worried about keeping track of all that deliciousness? Download the State Fair Food Finder app in the Apple Store. And if food isn't the way to your heart, maybe you should check out the Butter Cow, the Iowa State Fair Queen Contest, the Largest Animals, Concert, Giant Slide, Little Hands on the Farm, or any of the 100 of things to do in the nearly 450-acre facility. No matter what you decide to see or how much you decide to eat, the 2014 Iowa State Fair is guaranteed to be a memorable one. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Growing Points. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to get updates on our video postings.